Scheffler sends Ryder Cup warning shot with gritty Procore championship victory. World number 1 sharpens form ahead of Ryder Cup with 6th title of the season. In a commanding display of composure and precision, world number 1 Scottie Scheffler issued a powerful statement ahead of the upcoming Ryder Cup by clinching victory at the PGA Tour's Procore Championship in Napa, California. With the golfing world watching closely as Ryder Cup preparations heat up, Scheffler proved once again why he's considered the cornerstone of the U.S. team heading into the high-stakes showdown later this month. Scheffler fired a final round 67, 5 under par, at Silverado Resort to close out the tournament at 19 under, edging fellow Ryder Cup teammate Ben Griffin by a single stroke. It marks Scheffler's 6th PGA Tour title of the season, a remarkable feat that underlines his status as a man to beat when Team USA faces Europe at Bethpage Black in New York from September 26. "It's always about preparation for me," the 29-year-old Scheffler said after sealing the win. "When I step on that first tee, I want to know I've done everything I can to be ready. I feel that way now, and I'm excited for the Ryder Cup to get started. We're all fired up." Griffin, who had led after 54 holes, had a chance to force a playoff on the 18th green, but narrowly missed a 6-foot birdie putt. The disappointment was visible, but the 27-year-old still left Silverado with plenty of positives as he gears up for his Ryder Cup debut. Scheffler's final round was vintage. Precise iron play, timely putting, and calm under pressure. He made his first birdie of the day with an 11-foot putt at the par 4 third, then added 2 more on the front 9, including a stunning 26-footer at the par 3 7th. On the back 9, 3 more birdies were enough to hold off the field, including a hard-charging Lanto Griffin, who finished third at 17 under. Behind them, 20-year-old amateur sensation Jackson Koivin stole headlines of his own, tying for 4th alongside Argentina's Emiliano Grillo at 16 under. Koivin, fresh off helping Team USA retain the Walker Cup just a week prior, continues to make a compelling case as the next American star in the making. Another standout performance came from U.S. Open champion J.J. Spaun, who posted a final round 66 to finish solo 6 at 15 under. As one of U.S. captain Keegan Bradley's Ryder Cup rookies, Spaun's strong finish could prove a confidence boost heading into pressure cooker of international team competition. In fact, 10 of the 12 members of Bradley's squad teed it up this week at Silverado, giving the American captain a clear view of his team's form just 2 weeks before they battle Europe for the coveted trophy. While many of his players found their stride, a few notable names stumbled. Former world number 3 Justin Thomas, looking to rediscover his best form, ended the week at +1. Meanwhile, Patrick Cantlay -7, Colin Morikawa -5, and Harris English -5 were unable to mount serious challenges. The Procore Championship leaderboard featured a strong international showing as well. Canada's Mackenzie Hughes and South Africa's Garrick Higgo finished tied for 7th at 14 under, while Filipino star Ro Hoey and rising American Cameron Young rounded out the top 10 at 12 under. Final leaderboard, Procore Championship. -19 Scottie Scheffler, U.S. -18 Ben Griffin, U.S. -17 Lanto Griffin, U.S. -16 Jackson Koivin *, U.S. Emiliano Grillo, ERG. -15 J.J. Spaun, U.S. -14 Mackenzie Hughes, CAN. Garrick Higgo, RSA. -12 Cameron Young, U.S. Ro Hoey, PHI. -11 Austin Eckroat, U.S. Selected others. -9 Russell Henley, U.S. -7 Patrick Cantlay, U.S. -5 Colin Morikawa, U.S. Harris English, U.S. +1 Justin Thomas, U.S. As Team USA finalizes preparations for the Ryder Cup, Scheffler's timing couldn't be better. With his game peaking and his confidence surging, the world's top-ranked golfer now turns his focus to Bethpage Black, where Europe awaits and history beckons. But beneath the surface of Scheffler's smooth march to victory lies a more subtle undercurrent: pressure. For all his dominance in stroke play events, questions still linger about his match play record and ability to deliver in the uniquely volatile atmosphere of the Ryder Cup. The American side, often stacked with top-ranked stars, has struggled to turn individual brilliance into team glory, especially on foreign soil. Now, With the Ryder Cup back on home turf at the infamously unforgiving Bethpage Black, Scheffler isn't just playing for personal accolades. He's carrying the burden of national expectation. And it's not just Europe he'll be facing, it's ghosts. The ghost of Whistling Straits, where the U.S. won big but then lost a narrative in Rome. The ghost of past favorites who faltered under the Ryder Cup spotlight. And perhaps most of all, the ghost of unity or lack thereof in an American locker room historically riddled with egos, factions, and fragile alliances. Scheffler may be the world number one, but in a format where momentum swings on a dime and chemistry trumps ranking, his true challenge is only just beginning. Scheffler shines bright ahead of Ryder Cup showdown with Procore championship win. World number one fires warning shot to Team Europe with sixth title of the year. Scottie Scheffler couldn't have scripted it better. With the Ryder Cup just days away, the world number one delivered a clutch, composed performance at the Procore Championship, sealing victory with a final round 67 to finish 19 under par, one shot clear of fellow American and Ryder Cup teammate Ben Griffin. Scheffler's sixth win of the season sends a resounding message. He's locked in, dangerous, and ready to lead Team USA's charge against Europe at Bethpage Black from September 26. "I think we're all excited for the Ryder Cup to get here," said the 29-year-old Scheffler. "When I step up on the first tee, I want to know I've done everything I can prepare. I definitely feel that way now, and I'm ready." Griffin, who held the overnight lead, had a 6-foot birdie putt on the 18th to force a playoff, but it slid past the hole. One stroke was all Scheffler needed to wrap up a wire-to-wire week of world-class golf in Napa, California, where 10 of Keegan Bradley's 12 Ryder Cup picks teed it up for a final tune-up before golf's most heated international rivalry begins. Scheffler's round was clinical and cold-blooded. He rolled in an 11-foot birdie at the third, then drained a 26-footer at the par 3 seventh. With 3 more birdies on the back 9 and just one blemish on his card all day, the Texan fended off Griffin, Lanto Griffin -17, and rising amateur Jackson Coyven, who stunned again with a T4 finish at 16. Under Scheffler's win sparks momentum, but raises old questions. While Scheffler's win is a statement of form, it also reignites a familiar debate. Can America's top-ranked players convert PGA Tour success into Ryder Cup dominance? The individual accolades are undeniable, but the team results often fall short. And with the Ryder Cup heading to the famously brutal Bethpage Black, a venue that amplifies pressure and punishes mistakes, the stakes are far higher than your average tour stop. Scheffler may be the undisputed king of stroke play in 2025, but his match play resume is still being written, with Europe's elite sharpening their swords and U.S. veterans like Justin Thomas, +1 this week, still struggling. The spotlight now shifts from Napa to New York, and the pressure ratchets up. Behind the leaderboard, youth surging, veteran slipping. Behind the leaderboard, youth surging, veteran slipping. Elsewhere on the board, 20-year-old Jackson Coyven, fresh off a victorious Walker Cup, confirmed he's no fluke. The amateur phenom carded rounds of 66-69-68-69 to share fourth place with Argentina's Emiliano Grillo, -16, proving he's already capable of going toe-to-toe with pros twice his age. J.J. Spawn, another of Bradley's Ryder Cup rookies, put together a fiery 6 under 66 on Sunday to finish 6th, -15, offering a timely reminder that he too could be a key asset in the team room. But not all signs were promising. Justin Thomas, desperate to find form ahead of the Cup, ended the week at +1. Patrick Cantlay, -7, Colin Morikawa, -5, and Harris English, -5, never really threatened the top of the board. The final leaderboard, while flattering for some, raises real concern for others. Final leaderboard, Procore Championship, -19 Scottie Scheffler, USA, -18 Ben Griffin, USA, -17 Lanto Griffin, USA, -16 Jackson Coyven *, USA, Emiliano Grillo, ARG, -15 J.J. Spawn, USA, -14 Mackenzie Hughes, CAN, Garrick Higo, RSA, -12 Cameron Young, USA, Ro Hoey, PHI, -11 Austin Eckroat, USA. Notables: -9 Russell Henley, USA, -7 Patrick Cantlay, USA, -5 Colin Morikawa, USA, Harris English, USA. +1 Justin Thomas, USA. From Napa to New York, the real battle awaits. Scheffler's win is more than just another trophy. It's a message to Europe that the U.S. ace is peaking at the right time. But the Ryder Cup is no solo act. Team chemistry, pressure-packed formats, and the weight of history all come into play. And at Bethpage Black, one of the most intimidating venues in the world, every shot will matter. As the countdown begins, one thing is clear. If Scottie Scheffler plays like this in New York, Team Europe will have their hands full. Your turn. What's Scheffler's greatest performance yet? With 6 wins this season and a growing list of highlights, Scottie Scheffler is putting together one of the most dominant stretches in modern golf. But which moment stands out the most? Was it his Masters triumph, his clutch win at the Players, or this latest pre-Ryder Cup statement in Napa? Let us know what you think is Scheffler's greatest performance so far, and how you see him faring at Bethpage Black. Drop your thoughts in the comments, vote in our poll, or tag us on social media with your favorite Scheffler moment. Man, golfing fire.